UK's most prestigious retail, tourism and hospitality brands, including Hamleys, the Royal Collection, Historic Royal Palaces, the National Trust for Scotland, the O2 and the Science Museum Group. Today he's going to tell us what's wrong with the standard definition of customer service, why this matters to every organisation and what we need to do about it. Having distilled the experience of 25 years and 30 million customers into his positive customer experience programme, he works with organisations to create positive experiences for teams and customers, leading to positive business results. With his talk entitled, "It Started with a Smile," please welcome Stephen Spencer.
I was walking through a large department store the other day, and on one of the floors I saw a supervisor and a team member, and they were merchandising a unit, which Nikki's kindly provided here. They were merchandising this unit very intently, and then as I approached, they broke off from what they were doing. They stood up, they smiled, and the team member said, "Good morning." Result, I felt valued as a customer and welcome in the store. Later on, I went to a local coffee shop. It was busy, it was messy, and suddenly somebody came up behind me and said, "Excuse me," and a team member swept through with a tray of dirty crockery. Result, I felt slightly marginalised and just a little bit irritated. I was reminded of the story of Dame Anita Roddick, the founder of the Body Shop. On the back of every stockroom door was a large poster of a grinning Dame Anita with the words, "Smile, damn it, smile," written underneath. The message was, even if you're carrying a tray of peppermint foot balm from A to B, you must still stop and smile and acknowledge every customer you pass. Like this. Back in the coffee shop, the barista looked up, smiled at me and said, "Hi, how are you doing today?" And we had a warm conversation. Result, once again, a warm glow of feeling like a valued customer. And I forgave the messy bar and the previous interaction. So why does this matter? By 2020, businesses need to be focusing on customer experience, the experience they deliver to their customer. It will be at least as important as product and price. And if product and price are on a level playing field, then it's the experience that will determine which buying decision customers make. So this is about becoming a customer-centric business, a people-centered business, because machines don't buy from you, people do. And first, they buy the experience you create. So, I'd like to introduce a simple model which encompasses the 5 key components of a customer-centric business. I call it STARS, and the first S is for story. As a business, you need a compelling narrative around your purpose, around your product and service, but that narrative must involve the customer. It must share with the customer insights as to the difference that you're going to make to their lives. Here's an example I like. Avida, to me, mere bloke, just a toiletries company, but I saw this in Harvey Nichols in Liverpool. Their story is be the artist of you. I love that. It elevates a toiletries company to another level, and it involves the customer. Not necessarily me, but certainly a partner. And I also like the simplicity with which they've also told us that they are the first toiletries manufacturing company using 100% wind power. So with those two simple messages, they've elevated the business of being a toiletries company to be the artist of you, and it's an ethical company as well. So I'm involved, and my team, the team, can deliver that to me. And that is the T of STARS, team. How does your team engage with your customer? How do they live your story? How do they deliver the story with passion in every interaction? Now, as a speaker, or as a consultant, you may say, well, I don't have a team. But you do. Anyone who works with you to represent your business, be it a bureau, a booker, a web design agency, a marketing and PR company, anyone, in fact, who has any responsibility for communicating your story to the market is part of your team. The A is for ambience. How does the experience look, feel, sound, even smell like to your customer? It could be, as we've heard today, the virtual experience. It could be even the virtual reality experience, for goodness sake. But it could be the physical experience as well, either of you on stage or in your premises. Now here's an image to illustrate what I'm talking about. It's one of the hazards of being a customer experience specialist that my iPhone camera roll is full of images of litter bins and signs and retail counters and loos. Loos, ladies and gentlemen, the one experience that we all share, well, not literally share, but the one experience that we all have several times a day, including when we're out and about. Now, I was on my way to the loo in my local bookstore, and I saw this sign. It says, "Oxford still remains the most beautiful thing in England, and nowhere else are life and art so exquisitely blended, so perfectly made one." Ah, Oscar, thank you for saying that. It made me feel really good as I went on my way to the gents. Ladies and gentlemen, suffice it to say that art and beauty were not blended, exquisitely or otherwise, in that facility. It was grubby, it was grotty, it was smelly, and I happen to know that it's its usual condition. And I have tweeted them about it several times. Did anyone else, apart from me, notice the unintended irony of putting that sign, those sentiments, on the way to such an experience? It's attention to detail, people. I did have a positive experience in the loo once, one that I can share with you. And that was at the Natural Kitchen at Waterloo Station. Everything from the quirky signs on the doors to the quality of the fixtures and fittings to the cleanliness said, "We care." And I'll be back, not just to use the loo, but also to spend money there. And I'll recommend the Natural Kitchen at Waterloo to my friends, which indeed is what I'm doing now. Hope you're my friends anyway. So then the R of stars is the recipients, literally the people who are on the receiving end of the experience, your clients, your customers. Now I have a question for you. Would you, as speakers, agree with this statement? The meaning of your communication is the response you get. Can I have a show of hands if you do agree? I thought so. I was fairly safe with that one. Well, if you do agree, then do you speak to all your customers in the language that they use? And I'm talking across all channels here. Do you talk to the cautious, detail-oriented elephants? Do you talk to the caring, supportive dolphins? Do you talk to the direct, visionary lions? Do you talk to the playful, extrovert monkeys? They all speak different languages. And in case this seems familiar, I'm a licensed zookeeper with Nigel Risner. And I believe, for me, this program works incredibly well to quickly identify the people I'm talking to, and also the people I don't want to talk to in my business, and how to communicate my story in their language. Now, the final S of stars is systems. And there's the rub, as Shakespeare would have said in his special week. He wouldn't have said this, though. Most businesses that don't have systems that align with their story will fail to deliver a coherent, compelling, congruent customer experience. And we've seen why that's important. So what do I mean by that? Do you have systems to help you to select, recruit, retain, inspire and motivate the people who work alongside you, the people in your team? Do you have systems and processes in place to develop, design, maintain and enhance the setting for your experience, whether in the real world or the virtual world? And thirdly, do you have systems in place to do business easily and again consistently with your story, with your customers? Are your systems based on their aspirations or your limitations? Put this system, put this model at the heart of your business, ladies and gentlemen. Put it at the heart of your business planning, your budgeting, your marketing, and your performance reviews, and you will be on the road to becoming a truly customer-centric business. It's often said we don't do customer experience in this country. I don't buy that at all. It starts with a smile. It starts with a warm glow of being valued, of being involved in the story. It then moves on to buying and loyalty and repeat business and referrals. So if you want to have a customer-centric business, ladies and gentlemen, exhort your team. Smile as you say, smile, damn it, smile. Thank you.